What's happening, guys? This is Billy from Movie Cricket. Today we're going to look at Guardians of the Galaxy, Marvel's latest film to round up Phase 2. If spacebound epics with hilarious characters and spectacular visuals are your thing, Guardians of the Galaxy is definitely for you. The latest film from the Marvel Cinematic Universe is by far the best film the studio has produced, with director James Gunn delivering a witty, unique and genuinely charming movie with a great soundtrack and sweet, unique and gut-bustingly funny characters. It seems Guardians of the Galaxy was considered a risk only a few months back. Whoever said that is clearly a dig. Marvel need to take more risks like this if this is the case, because Guardians is kick-ass. Chris Pratt leads a cocky and heroic cast of an assassin, a maniac and two thieves. Chris Pratt is incredible. Every man will want to be him, and every woman will want to be on him. His banter basically comes from ripping off earthbound legends, like the well-known myth of Kevin Bacon and Footloose, to ensnare women with his stolen charm. Guardians of the Galaxy also taught me it's totally okay to fancy the shit out of a green woman. Zoe Saldana is awesome as Gamora. The makeup, the production on the character is unbelievable. If anything, she might be the weakest character, but only because she's just literally so badass. It's fair to say that Rocket Raccoon and Groot steal the show with their hilarious bromance. Bradley Cooper's Rocket is instantly quotable, and Groot is just straight up heartwarming. The scenes between the two are absolutely amazing. I just wanted to hug Groot in every single scene and let him wrap his tentacle branches around me.
Star-Lord, man, legendary outlaw. Guys, forget it.
And then there's the animal himself, Dave Bautista, who surprisingly is very funny whilst playing his hulking character, Drax the Destroyer. He's so straight and eloquent, he kind of steals the show with some of the best lines, and that genuinely surprised me going into Guardians of the Galaxy. The music in Guardians of the Galaxy is something that every single person will notice. The soundtrack of the late 70s music is unbelievably good. It gives the film a genuine charm and unique feel that makes you want to go on YouTube, check out David Hasselhoff and listen to Hooked on a Feeling on repeat until your ears bleed. James Gunn has absolutely nailed it with Guardians of the Galaxy. Guardians ages the older Marvel films and makes them seem so one-dimensional, you'll question how the studio have managed to make so many films using the same format over and over again. Guardians of the Galaxy is so unique, innovative, charming. It's a solid 9 out of 10, but the end credit scene totally sucks. Who the hell is Howard the Duck? Please, can someone tell me who this guy is? So, my favourite scene in Guardians of the Galaxy would have to be the escape from the space prison, where the Guardians of the Galaxy are launched into a chaotic plan. Groot and Rocket fire from the ground while Drax smashes the enforcers on the floor. Gamora glides through the men like the deadly assassin she is, and Peter Quill basically takes an artificial leg from a prisoner because Rocket tells him to. That pretty much summarises the incredible dynamics this amazing group of characters has. My favourite character of Guardians of the Galaxy has got to be Star-Lord. Han Solo was probably previously my cinematic hero. Chris Pratt and Peter Quill may have just succeeded him. An unbelievably rich character in terms of emotion, depth, wit, humour and charm. A man that every single guy should aspire to be like. Chris Pratt is wonderfully cast as Star-Lord. His character is flawless, seriously, completely flawless. He's hilariously funny, badass enough that he can kick butt in a fight if needed, but he retains this sweet innocence after his abduction from Earth. You're right behind him all the way. He's cocky, he's heroic, but also inspiring and iconic. He can deliver the hero speech just as well as the witty one-liners, and that is something not many characters can do. Not just in the Marvel Cinematic Universe, but in any movie. Chris Pratt will go on to be one of Marvel's biggest icons after this role. Finally then, scavenging is a key theme in Guardians of the Galaxy. And do you want to know what it reminded me of? Star Wars. Guardians of the Galaxy shares the same used universe feel that warms your heart. The mismatched team of Rocket, Groot, Star-Lord, Gamora and Drax just can't help remind you of the Star Wars heroes that we've grown to love. The costume designs, the spaceships, the city dwellings, the underworld vision which we see all the way through the film. The opposition between the criminal world and the more corporate law enforcing world are all elements which provide a community you don't want to leave at the end of the film. Guardians of the Galaxy has the same charm that made Star Wars also popular, a living, breathing world that we were lucky enough to inhabit and share with the Guardians for 2 hours. In summary then, the humour is perfect, the music is iconic, and a series of standout performances from the likes of Chris Pratt, Bradley Cooper and Michael Rooker make this film instantly quotable and ingeniously lovable. A heartwarming and gut-bustingly funny film that is great for all the family. It's eccentric, it's unique, and it revitalises the superhero genre from a format which was running a little thin. This is by far the best instalment in the Marvel franchise so far. Guardians of the Galaxy is definitely a 9 out of 10. My final thought on Guardians of the Galaxy then is the film works so well because all of these heroes are total losers. They're not doing so well in this established universe. Unlike the Avengers, who are also perfect, they never make a mistake. When Star-Lord is handing over the Infinity Stone to the Collector, he drops it on the floor, and that summarises that these guys, they're not perfect, they're just like us. These are just guys in an exceptional circumstance that have to find the heroism in all of them, and they find the strength with each other. It's a film about love, friendship, and fighting for something that you believe in, and it's a story that everybody can connect with. A special mention deserves to go to Lee Pace's Ronan the Accuser and Karen Gillan's Nebula. These characters were genuinely villainous, unlike Thor the Dark World where Christopher Eccleston's dark elf guy. You actually never felt a threat from him. Ronan the Accuser is a fantastic villain and gives the film an edge. The film isn't necessarily about good versus bad because the Guardians themselves are not perfect, but he provides a brilliant antagonist for the film to base itself on. If you want a comedy-based film set in space with great characters, wonderful special effects, and one of the best plots Marvel have produced so far, Guardians of the Galaxy is definitely a film you should be checking out.